Hello everybody, this is Ashley Jamerson coming to you from Ashley Lambert Realty right here in Charlotte, North Carolina. And I was on the Zip Form Plus, and guess what? They changed the contracts again. This happens all the time. When I first got into real estate in 2006, the real estate contract was maybe 5 to 6 pages, 7 to 8 pages max. It wasn't that long. We had option 1 and option 2, total throwback. It was super easy peasy to go over. However, our contract has grown to 13 pages, and if you throw in the typical addendum for a first-time home buyer or seller, you are looking at 22 pages at least. And that's a lot for a first-time buyer and a first-time seller to comprehend. So whenever things change up, I try to re-educate myself to make sure nothing was added that confuses me, because hello, I need to understand it. And I also want to make sure that I can understand it myself and then be able to explain it to my buyers and sellers. So this past month has been crazy. I have a desk full of contracts and offers, which is a good thing, but it's just, you run into these little hiccups and you have to be able to explain it. For instance, I had a very move-in ready, beautiful townhouse listed. Thank God it closed today, but it was listed and the original contract fell through. It fell through prior to the due diligence period, so the earnest money was refundable to the buyer. My seller was more than happy to return that. However, the buyer wanted their due diligence money back. That's a big no-no. You don't get due diligence money back. If you're mad, angry, irked out, annoyed, frustrated, you hate me, whatever, you don't get the due diligence money back. If the seller gives it back, it's a blessing, it's a surprise, and whatever. It's their prerogative. But in the offer to purchase, it clearly states that the due diligence money is non-refundable. They asked for it back, said they were going to sue me and the seller, and I was like, okay, fine. I had to call the real estate commission to make sure that they couldn't sue me and they wouldn't mess up my license. But hey, it happens. Typically that happens when either the seller doesn't, the buyer's agent doesn't explain the contract to the buyer. But you know, my job is to protect my seller, so that typically happens. And also, today I had a buyer call me and say they wanted to cancel a contract. Totally cool. Again, it's before the due diligence period is over, so my job is to protect her money. So my job is to draft up the termination and get her earnest money back, cancel the inspection so she's not charged for that, and I minimize her loss so she feels comfortable moving forward purchasing a house, because you're not buying a pair of shoes, you are investing in a property. On the buyer side this week, Monday, or was it Friday? It's been a crazy couple of weeks. Very recently, I'm representing a buyer and the seller's agent calls me and says, hey, if you don't close tomorrow, my sellers are going to cancel the contract. Totally cool. Your sellers can cancel or be in breach of the contract, but in the contract, my buyer can sue you for the earnest money, the due diligence money, the cost of the inspections, the cost of the appraisal, her moving, possible trickle-down effect of her lease agreement that she's currently in. So, and there's also a 14-day grace period that I think a lot of people don't explain to their client when they list their properties. Like, hey, we can do everything right, the buyer can do everything right, and we can aim to close on August 1st, but crap happens and we may not be able to close this until August 8th. However, we have until August 15th to close it without being in breach of the contract. So you have to explain the contract in the best light possible so they understand, but you also have to mention to the buyer and the seller what can go wrong. And I think that a lot of agents fail to do that. And I really try to educate my clients just so they know when they go under contract, they say this is a due diligence period. You know, you have until 5 o'clock on this day to tell me you don't want the property, but don't wait until 4:58 and tell me you don't want it, and then I have to draft up everything and get over to the sellers, because that's not cool. I may not be near a computer, and if you feel like you want to get out, let me know, and you're not going to hurt my feelings. it's your house. You know, you let me know if you don't want this house, because I don't want you telling your friends that Ashley put me in a house that I don't like, or she lost me thousands of dollars. That's basically my 2 cents. I have been thinking about this video. I've been thinking about this topic because as I'm doing more business, you know, closing 3, 4, 5 transactions a month and representing buyers and sellers, like a good mix of both, I'm running into like these little hurdles where people do not explain this contract, and it's driving me bananas. It's driving me crazy. So if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please do not hesitate to reach out to me. I am going to do an office tour, but my office is a hot mess, which isn't surprising because my office is always a hot mess. I have a new office, by the way. But definitely reach out to me. My number is 980-319-3664. If you are thinking of selling your house, go to www.ashleysellmyhouse.com and you'll get instant price value on your house. Just type in your address. You don't have to call me or anything. Just type it in and you'll get, you know, your recent sales around your hood and things like that. If you're thinking about buying a house, check out charlottesbestrealestate.com and just start checking out properties. I represent Charlotte, Huntersville, Belmont, Gastonia, Davidson, Cornelius, Gastonia, Shelby, all those places. So I look forward to hearing from you soon. Bye bye for now.